hang your head in shame. Be ashamed. This is not a silly game. No game. Throw insults, throw blame. Face red. It's just for clicks and views and fame. Name. This toxic community of ours, shameful, misuses views and powers. Shameful. From Sean and Ned and Mr. Mittens, Boo. To Crow of Jew to saving kittens. True. Spiders caught by side-eye guy. Live out their lives when back outside. No hate, fear, no name, make lots of noise. Charms 2 hits of the Backstreet Boys. What else can I say? We all are here to stay. When toxic rocks it with love and care. Hearts and hot dogs everywhere. Nothing but a search for truth. Expose the fake and show the proof. Mythos knows it's all at stake. He knows when he tells the world it's really fake. It shows. Jeff cooks up a mighty hit. Oh yes. By telling peeps to buy his shit. You get Mr. Gray is here to stay. No fall. Animal is on the way. With Bingo Ball. Fantastic has coffee ready. Spooky. To keep the live stream nice and steady. Cocky. Shape is from the US South. Cool. If you fake, then shut your mouth. So it's tough in the paranormal game. Yes. Everything else is completely made. You guess. What else can I say? We all are here to stay. When toxic rocks it with love and care. Hearts and hot dogs everywhere. Nothing but a search for truth. Expose the fake and show the proof. Mythos knows it's all at stake. We all are here to stay. When toxic rocks it with love and care. Hearts and hot dogs everywhere. Nothing but a search for truth. Expose the fake and show the proof.
Oh, I'm actually ready. Apart from I have no music. Hang on. Sorry, I got interrupted while that song was playing, so I'm not ready. Blame Mum. Right, let's see who's here. Hang on a minute, guys. I'll just mute him. Sorry about that. Okay. What time should I go to? I'm going to sneeze. I'll start from the beginning. Think you dropped a drop bear on the like button? I thought I was missing one. Haven't bounced another bear. Thank you so much. Carla in the house. Hello, sweetie. Legendary Caroline in the house. Hello, Raven. Good to see you, hon. Mike, so may catch some of your live. Currently sitting in the taxiway waiting for the airport, which will be open due to tornado. Oh no, we're going to be taking off on that. Yucky. Stay safe, Mike. Stay safe. Crowd the chat. Sage Rat, good morning to you. Say to Mystic Remore, good morning to you. I have coffee. Mike is still here. Thank you so much for the membership. You are a treasure. It's fine before I started. I'm now feeling as I'm going to sneeze and get the sniffles. I love winter. It's awesome. Just Jane, how are you doing? On this, it's bright here but freezing. No, Miss Mayhem. Hello to you. Peachy. Legend Peachy. I still got my breath back. I ordered a taxi. I phoned up quite early for a taxi this morning. My taxis do school runs because of where we live. Some kids get taxis to school. And I thought so I phoned up to get one for later in the morning, but he says, "Oh, I'll come and get you now if you want." So I had to rush, and I don't feel as though I've caught up yet. PG's Sacred Grounds suspended. Oh no. Didn't pop up on mine. I should be sub to them. I'll have to check my subscription. Sponge in the house. Hello. Paul in the house. I'm on time today. Me too. Just. Let's have a power nap before starting. I was up half the night. Elaine. Lovely Elaine. Cass is lurking momentarily. You lurk away, sweetie. Hey, Lionheart. How are we doing? Betty Hanks. Hello. Check in. Sacred Grounds. That's Sacred Grounds. Hey, Roxy, how you doing? Crowd the chat. I think I'm catching everybody. Just yell at me if I'm not. Roger, hey. Blanky, hello from Paul, no problem. Sorry guys, I'll get myself in gear in a minute. I haven't had enough sleep. Tomato soup with 2 slices of toast. I had that yesterday, except that I had cheese between the toast. I had tomato soup and I didn't do cheese on toast. I just made toast and put the cheese in it. It's very tasty. Crow the chat. James, where's James? There he is. Hello, James. So have you eaten all your Tim Tams yet? I think I'm down to 1 pack. Got 1 pack left. And I think... Oh no, I've still got a pack from Morrison's as well, so I've got one of Peachy's packs and one of Morrison's packs. Big storm tonight. The internet was cutting in and out. Got suspended for copyright. Oh no! There was a lot of that going around, isn't there? There's a lot of that going around. I'm driving, so can't chat. Hello all. You be safe, Cag. Awesome match last night. All of you two in the wrestling. I'm not catching all of it, but hang on, I'm gonna have to go mute again, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, awesome. Tomato soup sounds amazing. It's about to go off because that's what she's coming in and out for. I don't know what to make for lunch. Don't know what to make for lunch. Have we got this? Have we got that? So I would imagine in 5 or 10 minutes you're going to hear the alarm. Robo is in the kitchen. Yeah. She wasn't sweet in the wrestling ring last night. It was amazing. No, it's my mum. It's my mum. Yeah, she's slowing down and getting forgetful. I do dinner every night, but she still makes lunch. But it's an adventure. Go, Sissave. Hey, how are you doing, darling? Good to see you. Cass is switching to the iPad. Had the worst week. Oh no! What's hearts in the chat for Roxy. I'm out of coffees. No! Hearts in the chat for Mystic. I have coffee. Don't know what state I'd be in if I didn't have any. Black. So you still got your title? Did you? I honestly, I didn't see all of it. As you guys know, everything kicked off last night, so it's kind of busy. So I only caught a little bit of the wrestling. I didn't even catch mine. I caught Cag and Allison, and a little bit of Crow and Stegs. Yeah, you stand up for that. There's your next interview, Cass. Human rights, running out of coffee. Yeah. I know you do, sweetie. I know you do. I know this isn't just me. It's difficult though, isn't it? Kind of trying not to do everything, because I don't think that helps if you're doing absolutely everything. Lexus Artemis Green had the first. How are you? Pulled over, tomato soup and cheese sandwiches to die for. I miss the wrestling. Oh, you two take no prisoners. You got to take on Seg next. Take on the champion. Bring him down a peg or two, because he beat Crow last night. Wayne just woke up. I would be critical of that, but I ended up going back to bed this morning and woke up an hour ago. Out of coffee, this is a tragedy. It's an emergency. When you phone up for emergency services, it should be ambulance, fire brigade, police, coffee supplies. I was here, but on the treadmill, not safe to chat and walk. No problem. It's me, Moses, why we make lists. I mean, I do most of my shopping online now because I've not been able to get out very much. But actually, I need to put coffee on the one I've just done. But I've just lost count on the number of times I've made a list to take to the shops and left it on the table. Coffee keeps people around me alive. Me too. Even tourists. Just. I could use a hot soup. Hot. Mystic came for me and Mike's live to tell me I was up. Oh, I was thinking Mike wasn't live last night. You mean Real Evidence? Yeah, everybody was live last night. I know my human rights, my local health board is currently shutting themselves out of views in mine. Yeah. Coffee is my fuel. Me too. And I actually phoned the taxi as soon as I got up this morning to try and get one for this morning because of being live this afternoon. So I actually had to race out, go to the supermarket, well, obviously taxi to the supermarket and back before I had my coffee. I'm surprised Morrison's is still standing because they weren't being very efficient this morning. Ryan! Hope you're doing okay, sweetie. Teleport me to coffee? Yeah. Sounds good, wouldn't it? Just teleport it to me. I don't want to go to coffee. I want coffee to come to me. That's the state I'm in at the minute. It got to the point where I have to do all the cooking for her now. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's getting close to that for me. I mean, she manages the lunch and also she wants to, but I think on days I'm not live, I'm gonna have to start doing it. Trouble is with my health, I'm asleep at stupid times. I'm gonna have to get myself up and running to be more efficient. I'm gonna have to start thinking about bringing somebody in at least once or twice a week. Me and the cold are in the gym, both of us. Oh no. Sage Rat, my mug is empty. Time for the coffee pot crawl. Leap. Don't forget pizza on speed dial. I wish. That would help. That would help. And everything on speed dial. 1 for coffee, 2 for pizza, 3 for McDonald's, 4 for Chinese. Oh, I've got hiccups now. Sorry. I might have pizza today. Haven't had any in 2 weeks now. What? Raven, how are you still alive? No pizza. Shouted at Mike for making you late to wrestling. Wayne needs a coffee. I'm alright. Roxy, same old with me. I've got to try and improve. The trouble is, we're into the winter now, so I'm not getting out as much as I want to be. Time to start thinking about that exercise bike, I think. Oh, Phil, Blanky, hello. Blanky, hello. Usual thing, Phil, if you want a link, let me know. Fruit tea is brewed. What? I totally forgot about the wrestling. I was so angry. I was just all over the place last night dealing with things. So I was kind of lurking in 1 or 2 lives. But it was just yeah. Big shock. Can you come round to make me a coffee, please? Buy me a car, I might. That's a long way to drive mine. Leanne, Parazone. Need a cold Coke. I've got Coca-Cola here. Oh, I'm very efficient. So I've got Coca-Cola, I've got coffee. I have donuts, guys. I have donuts. Got any Kit Kat left? Yeah, I've got half a chunky Kit Kat left. It's 1 a.m. I can't have coffee now. I can have coffee anytime. Coffee doesn't keep me awake. It's a shame, really. I could do with it at the minute. Pizza on speed dial sounds amazing. Give Phil time, go sis. I need warm Coca-Cola. No, cold in a warm room. What number for fried chicken? That sounds good too. Yeah. I mean, when you hear off our fire alarm go off, guys, by the way, it's literally so sensitive. I keep trying to get her to remember to keep the kitchen door closed. It will literally pick up on food being cooked. It doesn't have to be burning. It's worst, actually, if I do a roast pork. For some reason, anything pork or bacon, just makes it scream. Did I say hello to Ghost Wiener? Ghost Wiener, I'm so sorry if I didn't say hello. Hello! Debbie, run out of coffee? That's atrocious. I never run out of coffee. Mainly because I don't get... It's because you don't like coffee, Debbie. Debbie doesn't like coffee, guys. Public advisory: if you're in the UK, do not purchase the puff pastry mince pies from the bakery in Sainsbury's. You have been warned. I never go to Sainsbury's. Even when I had the car, I didn't go to Sainsbury's. It's if you're in the UK and you're not aware, Sainsbury's has different stores. And it will have different prices depending on where the store is. For example, there's a big one in Sunderland, which is actually really good. But it's one of what I think they call them their warehouse stores or something, and that's a bargain to go around. But the one here, they think, oh, they've got money in Alnwick. We don't. Most people don't. Some do. So it's actually very expensive in Sainsbury's. Hey, Mariah. Good to see you. Couldn't concentrate, Elaine. Wrestling. Ghost says Spaghetti Paranormal has started a wrestling league using, I think it's a PlayStation program, and somebody put Spaghetti's link in the chat. Fashioned a lot of the creators and mods and some of the people in the chat as wrestlers. And he does he does a couple of lives a week some weeks. So because of everything that was happening with Beardo last night, I wasn't really concentrating on it. Is anyone else asking the universe to make sure 2 certain channels? It just needs to stop. I do have feelings on it, but it just needs to stop. Because there are bigger... If they get away with it, there's bigger ramifications. Yes, first and foremost with Beardo, obviously. Losing his livelihood. But it will also then spill over into the rest of the community, and particularly the debunkers. So, I mean, I've been waxing lyrical, including, I think it was this live last week, we were talking about, this live and also the one, because on my Wednesday night live, Beardo was in for most of it. And we were talking about the paranormal, and we were talking about debunking, and you know, I did a poll a while ago sort of saying, do we still need debunkers? Everybody say yes, we do. The paranormal needs to be is getting out of control on the commercial side and on the fake side and on the not being done properly side. And what it needs to be doing is to be moving forward on the research side and the real paranormal investigations and paranormal discussions being taken seriously. And this is a major blow. Yes, first and foremost to Beardo. I'm not belittling what's happened to Beardo. we can talk about that as well. But for the paranormal as a whole, warm coat. You live in Germany, not far off mainland Europe. Oh, German Coke is formulated to drink warm, is it? Say what you want, Cass. Say what you want. Just say what you want in this live. I'll react to it. Freshly made donuts and warm. Oh, covered in cinnamon. Okay, hang on, my chat just jumped. What happened there? Mezzomix. It's Mezzomix. The lie anyway, the truth set us free because we don't have to lie. Thing is, this will end up being a bigger problem. If this goes through, it'll end up being a bigger problem. Because apparently it's happened before where channels have teamed up and tried to take somebody down a while ago. But yeah, it's it just depends on whether. Oh, no problem. Great, Dave. Yeah, check it out so you can see what it's doing. It's easy for you to see what it's doing than to try and explain it. Thank you, Raven. Miss Wrestling because life happened. Sam wrote off the van. He walked away. Oh no. Mariah, member for 11 months. Thank you so much for the continued membership. Sarah, you rock. Sarah's not feeling very rocky today. Well, rocky, actually, I do feel rocky, but not good rocky. Bad rocky. Is he going to get us? There's the thing is, it's I know it's a limited amount of time, but it's also early days, and I'm sure he's working hard on it. I would imagine. I don't know. I mean, obviously, anything I know from behind the scenes, I'm not going to say anything, but which isn't much. But you kind of have to go through the YouTube process first. YouTube legal first. It's BS what they're doing to him such week. Yeah. It's it's free. It's freedom of speech. It's critique. It's and anybody being we're all, somebody could upload one of my videos and say, oh, you're so talking shit. I'd be like, as long as it's doing fair use, I don't really give a sod. You could run, I don't know, a channel on how to boil an egg, and somebody could have a go at you for putting the egg in the water the wrong way. I don't know. It's social media, it's YouTube, it's the way it works. And if you're doing something like ghost hunting, it doesn't matter whether you're faking or because there's a lot of people who aren't outright fake, but they don't do the investigation properly. They rely too much on equipment that's been debunked. Yeah, blah blah blah. You all know the drill. And critique's going to happen. So to actually sort of block critique entirely, grow a pair. Honestly, just grow a pair. That's all I'm going to say on that one. And investing is a great way for the community to meet up and have a laugh. It is. YouTube and other social media channels need to actually step in and enforce their rules. Terms and conditions provide contactable support for all creators. That's one of the problems with YouTube. Beardo, because of the size of his channel, will have people he can talk to, hopefully. I think he has a YouTube manager because of the size of his channel. But I couldn't speak to a human being. I mean, last year when I had problems, I got no help whatsoever. You know, it was, and you can't talk to a person. So much of it is AI. Um, and so, yeah, you can, you kind of at the mercy of dealing with, hoping you can actually get somebody there to sort of talk to you on the other end of a phone, really, which is almost impossible, I think. And it does need to be all creators. It does. Um, the other thing is, I follow a guy, an American guy, young guy in his 20s. He's he lives in Kentucky. He's an American guy, lives in Kentucky, but he reacts to stuff that's British. And I like his channel. You know, he's very sweet. Him and his wife are very sweet, and they look at different things that to do with the UK. And he was distraught. So 2 or 3 months ago, he was distraught because he'd had a copyright strike. He'd never had one before. And the copyright strike had come from Lad Bible. And it was on a video he put out 2 years ago. You know, I mean, my feeling with the copyright strikes personally is, you know, there has to be some sort of statute of limitations on those, that, you know, it's got to be done within a certain amount of time, really, I think. And I think one of Beardo's was a year ago. But a cow's no proof, just fear. It's not just fear, it's arrogance. How dare you say something bad about us? It's what it boils down to. And the channels that are worse for it, I'm not talking about the ones that struck Beardo now, but channels that can be worse for it at times. You know, the twins have done it, the Sam and Colby have done it. You know, they've got millions of subscribers. Like, it doesn't affect you whatsoever. We let them win this one. The debunkers are doomed. Well, yeah, because it's like they've shown people how to do it, and it is going to make it. It's silencing not just one. It's potentially silencing more. You know, and frankly, I wouldn't blame them, because, you know, if everybody who is monetized, whether you're a tiny little channel like me or whether you're a big channel like Beardo, you know, you can't afford not to be monetized, because whether either it's your income or it's a thread of your income, you know. And I mean, this is a very generous community, very generous in the way the super chats are given, the way gifteds are given. Allows people to keep the channels going. This is not me asking for money, by the way. This is just me saying, for everybody, doesn't matter whether it's an income thread, I call it, because that's how my business works on different locations for money. Or whether it's like Beardo, where, you know, he's full-time, Seg's full-time income from YouTube. So at the end of the day, as much as I think it would be an absolute travesty not for sort of debunkers to disappear, I couldn't blame any individual debunker for saying, okay, I've had enough now. This is getting too dangerous. And, you know, they win. No, you're fine, Cass. Honestly, you're fine. I don't care. I have to be careful. They might be in chat recording things at the moment. What they're going to do? You know, it's a live chat. So It's just one battle in an ongoing war. Yes, it is. But this one's a big battle. And whatever the outcome for Beardo is, and hopefully he'll keep his channel. You know, hopefully all that will work out. But even with Beardo keeping his channel, this is potentially going to change the landscape because of the severity of it. The trickle down of channels being immediately stripped of their opinions will be hard to get control of. Yes, it will. This needs to be considered heavily in YouTube, in my opinion. Yeah. You know, it's all very well supporting the bigger channels that are bringing the money in. I'm not talking about even just the paranormal now. I've seen it before in, you know, the Jake Paul fiasco in the forest and in the Japanese forest. I've seen it in several times where a big channel does something absolutely awful and they get away with it because they're bringing so much money in my opinion. The smaller the channel, probably the more, you know, I don't give a shit. But some of those small channels, one or two of those small channels could end up being big channels. YouTube is a revolving door for some people. And you've got some content creators in the paranormal. I've been covering a lot to do with Simon Colby, for example. I'd actually say that Elton would be another one. There will be more and more of the big channels that are taking their interests outside of YouTube. You know, buying up properties, board games, all that shit. So there need to be they will need the up and coming channels to grow and grow and grow. See you, Alexis, if you're still here. I know. I'm sorry. I'm waffling now. So yeah, do not go over. And I have been over to both of their comments, and people have been going over. And it doesn't matter how gentle you're being. Do not go over to either Ghost Club or Spectral. Leave anything. That doesn't help Beardo. What the community needs to do to support not just Beardo but all the debunkers is to be the class act here. Just you can hurt bullies and trolls and people with different opinions far more by silence than by I know it's hard, and trust me, I know, because, you know, I want to shout it from the rooftops and tell everybody what, you know, don't do this, it's been awful. I could do it on a live, but I may even do a video at some point. I want to see what happens with it, because at the moment it's conjecture, and I'm not going to put out a video that's all conjecture. But yeah, this needs to be the person who needs to be dealing with this directly is Beardo. As much as people, and I get everybody wanting to support him and fight for him, you know, to do that, show comments, show support in his comments on Facebook and on YouTube. And if anybody's, I've seen one or two content creators on Facebook put support up, go in there and show support. Hang on, drink. Show the support that way. Don't go near the two channels. Sent you a message. Okay, I'll check that later. I mean, in theory, Elaine, you know that they are. I believe you are supposed to get into trouble for a false strike, but it depends. But sometimes they don't always see it as a false strike; they just see it as a resolved strike. It's weird. But I think they need to be clearer. It's like last year when I got demonetized a week after being monetized. I never got an answer why they'd done it. I never got an answer. And I asked repeatedly. for them to give me specifics as to what needed to be in. I had to guess. Yeah, but again, I think it's the word false that muddies the waters. Easily contactable support, proper investigation. Not just this auto strike, channel takedown nonsense and obvious offenders banned. I just think, hey, Jeff, I did see your live last night. I was lurking, I was busy, but I did watch, so I did see your support last night. It just needs to stop. And I am a fighter, and yeah, I'll fight the good fight, but it just needs to stop. You know, if people are gonna run a channel, any type of channel, they have to put up with the fact that they're gonna get criticism. If people are making a video with fair use, the fair use thing is fairly straightforward. You keep hearing us courts use the word transformative content. Basically, if you don't know what that is, people probably do, but if you don't, it basically means, you know, I use videos occasionally, and I'll play a bit of the video and then I'll discuss it, I'll critique it, I'll talk about it. It's not transformative if you're just sitting there watching it and say, oh, okay, that was good, next, or that was bad. That's not transformative. Think of it as being critiqued, and that's what debunkers do, they're critiquing. The other thing is, and this is because I'm a geek and I watch TV reaction channels, some of them have a little timer in the corner because you're only allowed to watch a certain percentage. So I think it's 15 minutes in an hour, something like that. And they actually have a timer in the corner to cover themselves to show how much they're actually watching. Also, Beardo shouldn't need to change what he does because he didn't break terms of service. See, that's where, even with Beardo keeping his channel, that's what I meant about whether he does it. I think you'll find that. I mean, this is a big shock for him, the biggest shock for him as a content creator, as a full-time content creator. I wouldn't blame him at all. I would completely understand, and he was sort of talking about it last night. That you've got to rethink on the way the videos are being done, because yes, you in theory, if it all goes according to plan and doesn't get his channel taken down, he should just be able to continue as usual. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. That would be in his head. Quite understandably, he's not going to want to be in this position again. And other debunkers are going to be looking at it thinking, well, okay, what can I do that this wouldn't happen to me? Because they're going to have to. They're going to have to. Sage, thank you so much for the super sticker, you treasure. Do they literally not do it anymore? Because they used to. I think at one point, if you did a false copyright strike, it got thrown back onto you. But again, that's the word false or false and resolved are two different things. Seen the Beardo thing, just as silly as paranormal believer. Just because someone debunking and you don't like it does not mean you can destroy a channel. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, even with our own community, we have people with different opinions, different beliefs, people who use different techniques going out filming. Some people still use some of the equipment, and that's fine, no problem with that. Whether you like the equipment or not, it doesn't matter. It's also, do you know something? At the end of the day, I mean, I believe in the paranormal. I believe in the possibility that there is far more out there than we know about. I fully believe that. But you have to remember, none of it's been officially proven. So the argument here is on something that can't be proved or hasn't been proved yet anyway, scientifically. Uh, I will put that up. Yeah, I mean, they have had issues with him before. There has been a thing. And there was issues with the live, and that kind of died down, went away. I don't think that was the case for the last bit that you said. I'm covering myself as well here, but I think that was misunderstood. What's really heartening is that most of the entire paranormal community is coming out of support for Beardy from channels that don't usually follow him. Yeah, I mean, there were one or two people in his chat last night. Moxley was in his chat last night. Ian Midwest was in his chat last night. You know, it isn't even about whether you believe or you don't believe, or you like the debunkers or you don't like the debunkers. If you are a YouTube channel, whatever you're doing, and you're seeing this happening, it has to be of concern to you, and it has to be, you know, take the subject of the paranormal away. It's not a good look. Cyberbullying, yeah. Do you know what? All I'm going to say to that, because I did watch that live, and I've seen other people, and I've seen other channels, by the way, where stuff's happened. If you run a channel, or you're thinking of running a channel, choose your fucking mods properly. Honestly, choose mods that you know are going to handle the chat if there's a problem. I have 100% confidence in my mods. They don't put up with anything. I can tell you now that both Mike and Raven, and this is from experience with Mike and Raven in other chats, they are like lightning if a bully comes in. I mean, I can't remember whose it was. I think it was Dawson's a couple of weeks ago, and the comment had literally just popped up, and Raven zapped it. I've seen Crow do it as well. You know, now different content creators say different things about what to. You know, first of all, you need to know what your content creator wants. But I have seen examples in various lives, not just in the community, by the way, on the outside as well, where there's no way mods should be behaving like that. Your mods aren't supposed to be bullies. None of my mods are bullies. Unless they want to be. Justin comes in, he might argue with that, but that's because he's a sensitive. Buddy, Justin is a mod. Yeah, if you have a wrench isn't a symbol of status or power or look at me. A wrench is responsibility. My mods are amazing. I don't even like saying my mods, because the mods that are in my lives and in other people's lives, 100% trust. So if you start a channel, don't be quick to hand wrenches out. You know, even if you just hand one out to start off with to somebody that you know. It doesn't have to be somebody who's modded before. But somebody that you know and you know is going to do it properly. Because, yeah, there's been some horrendous examples of moderators stirring the pot. The eyes are on all are on from everywhere. I was in Debunkers Anonymous this morning, and Shape had put a post up asking for information on who were the channels, who did it, tell me what happened. All eyes are on it. It's I don't know. Oh yeah, just Spectral. I did go into the comments, and don't gloat about anybody losing anything. You know, you know, even a channel I really didn't like, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. That's people who really can't put themselves into a position. That's a typical bloody bully, to be honest. You know, what's that? I hate to sound preachy, but if you don't want, if something you wouldn't like done to you, don't do it to somebody else. There are different ways to resolve disputes. Demolishing somebody's livelihood isn't one of them. Para-unity. Para-unity is a lovely dream. It will never happen. But in terms of this community, this is yet another example where the community just sort of, boom, sticks together. And the fact that Beardo's getting support from people who normally, in the past, he's fallen out with, the people don't like him, but they've come in and say, hey, look, mate, you don't deserve this. I don't think people care. Again, you can't do that. Thing is, though, Dave, I don't think it's about not caring about a tiny channel. Look what happened to me with Danny Moss. I had under 400 subscribers when I did a video on Danny Moss, and I got hit hard. You know, it didn't care that I was a tiny channel. It cared about anybody speaking out. Where a tiny channel benefits is maybe being under the radar if they haven't picked up on it. It's more likely that some channels just haven't picked up on you saying something. Actually, Ghost Club might not care so much if it's a tiny channel, but some channels will just, you know, if they find out about a video, they won't care what size you are. I'm going to focus on positive stuff, and all I know is Beardo's helped build a community along with so many other channels and all. Yeah, I mean, this community's been around as it is since 2019 when Shape and Crow, I think Mr. Grey started at the same time, all three of them. I'm talking about in terms of paranormal for Mr. Grey, because I know he started doing something else. But Shape started, Crow was about 3 months later. And it's been here for a long time. And it has definitely grown. I mean, since I started watching. And I mean, at first when I watched was Mr. Grey. I wasn't even aware there were other debunkers. Oh, I think Mr. Grey shouted out Shape. But because the debunkers shout each other out now, we're more aware of this sort of large community sort of growing and growing. And in the last 2 years, it's grown quite a bit. A lot more channels have come in, which probably hasn't helped. It's made them more and more afraid. Did the team who tried to ban real evidence end up sending him an apology? No, probably not. Probably not. I think it just got thrown out. If you're not, do you know? I mean, I've seen people who aren't outright fake and kick up a fuss. They're just not doing it properly. But you know, I've said for a long time, if you can't take it, don't fake it. If that's what they're doing, she said, covering herself. Damn right, Cass, we're in the right way. Yeah, it would be, for the paranormal at large, it would be a travesty if this did break the debunking community. I don't think it will. You might see a shift in the way it's tackled. I mean, I won't stop doing it. If anything, I'll crank my stuff up to do more vlogs, critiquing, etc., as well as the stuff I'm planning at the moment. Once the yearbook's out, But the real paranormal, as I call it, the search for the truth and the real paranormal and the proof, that can't stop. That can't be hit by this, because then it is a mess. That's the trouble generally, though, with social media, though, isn't it? People forget this is real world. People forget that the income's relied upon. People forget that, we've got at least 2 content creators, and there's probably more, at least 2 content creators in this community that are full-time YouTubers. That's Seg and Beardo. I mean, that's their job. That's their income. That's they're providing for their families. Lots of stuff going on in the background to support. It's wonderful to see, but I wish it wasn't necessary. Yeah. He's not on his own, guys. Trust me, he's not on his own. This is a situation where this kind of thing could end up being brought to their employer's attention. Registering bodies, in some cases, usually to take a dim view of this kind of action. Yeah. Some will take a dim view of it. So it did happen earlier in the year. Quite a few people lost their jobs over being toxic online. Anne Wilkinson, hey. It's just utter madness, arrogance, and this feeling of entitlement. They think they just, I know. It's the entitlement. How dare you question me? Boo-hoo, you're on YouTube. Boo-hoo. Yeah, Dave, get cracking. More the better. When he wins, it'll shake the fakers. Yeah. Something has started affecting someone in real life. It's gone beyond free speech. Here's my problem with the free speech argument from people who piss and moan about it. I am 100% believer in free speech. I do not believe in censorship, any of that. But with free speech becomes ramifications. You have to be prepared to accept the consequences from certain people. And if you can't run a YouTube channel. Any of us, investigators, debunkers, fakers, anybody, you can't run a YouTube channel and expect not to get any criticism. You can't. So you put yourself out there, you're putting your head above the crowd, somebody's going to throw a rock at it. Deal with it, Oh, they just care because they are butthurt and want to hurt him. It is good for this community, yeah. But it depends whether it's seen as one instant or whether, if it happens again, it's seen as a pattern. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I've just said. That I would imagine that anybody doing things will be thinking, well, can I change it up a bit to avoid this? Saying last night, fair use. It depends on the movie. I saw that comment. It depends on the movie, and it depends on because there are public domain, and it also depends on again whether it's under the radar or whether it's seen as fair use. Just don't use The Shining, because you can't use that in any way, shape, or fucking form without being hit. Social media giants all need pulled in by the governments to ask why they're not enforcing their own community rules and terms and conditions. I've been told that his hate speech isn't exactly breach of standards. The problem with most of the all the social media giants is they're multinational. So that makes it harder to enforce. Plus, some will be tougher on it than others. I mean, again, not paranormal now, but I know one or two of the channels I watch went over to Rumble. They're still on YouTube, but they went over to Rumble for their more contentious. One was a political channel, and one was somebody who looks into cults and things like that. And they're still on YouTube, but they're more edgier stuff goes on Rumble because Rumble are far less problematic with it. Allowing false claims to close someone down will be the beginning of the end for YouTube. 5-minute crafts. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine YouTube where it gets so bloody strict? There'll be nothing left. And I am a big my history of being involved in and looking at fan production, in self-publishing, in producing things yourself. And I mean, old personally, I think it's amazing that we've moved. When I did my first fan magazine, it was literally word processed and then cut and paste, glue and scissors. And I actually miss doing that. I used to love doing that. But and the programs you can use now for desktop publishing, for video, for audio, it's just incredible. So it is. I mean, there are. Think of musicians, that used to troll around trying to go to record labels, and I follow several vocalists and musicians that have YouTube channels, and they have millions of subscribers. They're probably earning far more than they would be signed to a record label. It's been amazing for the creative outlet and the educational outlet for things like paranormal, etc. That needs to stay. That absolutely needs to stay. I don't know, because I don't think it's just about the fair use here. I think they're muddying the waters with other stuff. The social media giants need licenses to operate in countries, so we start asking our governments to make them act in line with the laws and standards. Yeah, I mean, you can do that, and I'm not saying don't start, but that is a long, long process. So they'll be causing their own downfall if we let them win, yeah. Oceans of spiders! Hey! I hope you've been tending to your lovely artwork plenty. Oh, great, thank you. I was actually going to show just some video footage today, but because it's the Beardo thing, I'll do it in the next live. Plus, I wanted to show the video of the new piece for the cover of the magazine and didn't get it finished. But awesome to see you here, Oceans. Love that you're here. Debunkers get a lot of flack from all angles, which clearly isn't due to... Oh, if you're a debunker, you have got to have a thick skin. The thickest of skins. I mean, I say that if you have a channel, you have to have a thick skin. But if you're a debunker, and we've seen debunkers that come along and, oh, I want to be a debunker, and then get butthurt because somebody said something to them. Crow complains you don't get the comments anymore, because if you go back through Crow's channel, you'll see he used to love reading some of the nasty comments out and ripping the tar out of them. I have a lot of reaction videos banned under the Fair Use Code. I'm doing nothing wrong, not even making money from it, because my channel is too small, but they still ban them. Yeah, that's the other problem. It also depends where your reactions are coming from, because You know, I mean, it's like Seg's doing a lot of TV. He's having to be really careful about how he puts that up so he doesn't get the claims and the strikes. Crow's had to do the same. Beardo's had to do the same. Because there, and I know that with my reaction channels for the TV shows, there are certain channels, broadcasting outlets that you really have to go some to be able to get the YouTube not banned, the YouTube video not banned. BBC's one of them. I know my geeky reaction channels, HBO and what's the other one? There's another one. That they have real problems with. They have to be really careful. What the other one is? Might be Apple. That they just don't like them doing the reactions. Even if they're doing fair use, they just don't like the reactions. So it's not a uniform thing. This community is so horrible. It's horrid. It's horrid. So toxic. Beardo's suggestion was to also put the link on Twitter to YouTube's legal team. But reinforce, if you're going to share out, not to go over to either Ghost Club or Spectral Paranormal's channels and start throwing hate. Just don't go over there. Even if you're lovely. Yes, we are moist horrible. Ghost Reader. Someone else say moist. Spirit of Crow's always here. It only pushes their channels the more visits they get. We need to be patient and wait for the process to progress. Yes. I just wouldn't go over. I mean, go over and look at comments, but I wouldn't put a comment on there at all. Any interaction on a channel, good or bad, thumbs up or thumbs down, helps push your channel into the algorithm. YouTube like to see interaction on a channel. It's like they like, you know, they will like my chats because I have really good chats and busy chats. They like comments under the videos. They like thumbs up, even thumbs down count because it's an interaction with the channel. So yeah, going over there and even just putting a thumbs down is going to push the channel. Putting a comment is certainly going to push the channel. Beardo said he was okay, but no going to their channels. Yeah. It's a tentative time for him while this is being sorted out. As it does, so YouTube are going to get sued. You can't have a commercial release if it's not legal. We're toxic dating, you know. React to a small channel, get accused of picking on small channels. React to a big. Yes, no, it's stupid, and it's always been a really false argument. Oh, you only react to the bigger channels. Well, yeah, they get the views, and being accused of when anybody's accused of, oh, you're only doing it for the views. It's a YouTube channel. It's kind of the point. You want people to watch it. And yeah, sometimes small channels are looked at, but it's not to pick on a small channel. They only do it if it's warranted. Moist is moist. Thank you, PG. Moist is moist. YouTube's really bad about supporting the. I think part of the problem. I mean, like I say, I had problems last year. But I think part of the problem is because, I mean, YouTube is absolutely massive. Let's get some. I don't know how accurate these stats will be. Right, according to Google, YouTube has 20 million videos uploaded every day. 20 million. you have approximately 115 million channels. At the end of the day, part of this problem is logistics. That's why they use so much. That's why they will have to use so much AI to monitor. We should all be locked up. We're so evil. Will there be coffee and cookies? I need to know. And Wi-Fi. Starting drama and causing problems gets. Yeah. Oh. Always. Always. Another popular channel that's copyright struck for music they'd legally purchased. They'd even posted that it'd been paid for. That's not right. That's not good. The other thing is, by the way, if you're thinking of starting a channel or you're looking for music for a channel, you have got to be careful. Because I'm not on a decent computer at the minute, I'm still using Clipchamp. And Clipchamp does have a decent range of music on there, but you get copyright claimed with it. Even though I pay for Clipchamp, I don't know why I'm bothering actually, because I don't really need to, but even though I pay for Clipchamp, I will get a copyright claim if I use their music. If I just want general music that I haven't done, because obviously I do it in Suno, but I pay for Suno, I'm fine with Suno music. But YouTube does have its own music. Half the time I will actually just go into their. It's quite a decent collection as well. So if you just want some background music, I would just hit the YouTube one. Then if they did come at you, say it's on your studio music. Just going to crow the chat a little bit because I'm guessing I'm massively behind. Dave, let us know when you back up and running. I'll give you a shout out, sweetie. If I don't see it, we'll probably put it on Facebook, will you? Good Easy Pop, how are you doing? I shouted Squilly Pop's channel out on Saturday, and a few people went over, so I haven't responded to the post yet, but I was thanked, so thank you so much for that. I love Scully Pop's channel. If it's really bad, I report it to the police. Yeah. Recording everything's the main thing. Beard also has pride issues. I think it is that was, but he does. But you know, it's it needs to be. I mean, he'll have people advising him, but Beardo needs to be the one to do this. So because it's huge, and sometimes you just need that clear focus to be able to do it. Funny, I'd be happy to have someone review my investigation for good or for debunking. It's supposed to be fun and trying to anything paranormal, take criticism and keep moving forward. Do you know something? There was a famous quote by Mick Jagger in the late 60s, early 70s, where he said, "I don't care what you say about me on page 64, so long as my picture's on the cover." More people need to think like that. You know, way more people need to think like that. Beardo's great and has an enjoyable sense of humour. He does. Those are the huge YouTube channels that criticise creators' influences. They have fair use warning in the beginning. Maybe that's all they need. Say it real quick, put it on screen. I don't think that makes a difference. I had one with Moss, and if they really want the, I mean, yes, it should make a difference, but it doesn't always. And at the end of the day, if fair use is fair use, whether you said it at the beginning or not, I mean, don't think Beardo does do it, actually, does he? False making a claim strike that doesn't go against terms of service is the way I've always read it. Yeah. You're probably right, Elaine. You're cleverer than me. Yeah. It's a good point. Yeah, it should do. But that's where these things need proper legal experts to sort of unpick the ambiguities in it. Doesn't really want that. Hope he and anyone else targeted by channels also understand that this case is important to take on for others for future videos. Yeah. I do think it's going to have tremor effects whichever way it goes. But yet it's fine for investigations to teams to fake content, mislead viewers. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, it is false. Those teams that do that and have been 100% debunked, that's all right. The problem is we could keep sliding the damn scale over and over, and these channels will try maliciously use the system because they can't. It's disgusting. Yeah. The other thing you can get in and I'm not just talking about Beardo's case, but in certain cases I've seen happen over the years, is when it's big channels, especially when they're really massive channels that do it, they've got the money to fight it, you know. Not everybody does. And then you've also got an extra complication if you're fighting somebody in another country. Yeah, that's another thing that is on my to-do list, looking at stuff like that. And it's also similar to what Sheila and I have been talking about for a while, doing. Your mods are awesome. That's how far behind the chat I am. I don't know what time it is. Oh my god, I'm half an hour behind the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I am really sorry. They're also Legion. I see messages disappearing off as video. Yeah, they do. I mean, I sometimes hit one in StreamYard, but I don't. Half the time, I haven't even seen them. You can see how far behind I am. Well, tell me afterwards. Your mods are great. They are. Raven is so fast that AI, she's bloody lightning. I'm just going to crow the chat a little bit. It's all about cancel. That's exactly what it is. It's cancel. That's cancel culture coming back. Let's face it. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Is that stuck? Yeah. Sorry, chat's jumping again. Channels that get false strikes is two other channels that do. It's. But there you're talking about money. It would stop if people are held accountable. There's different ways of holding people accountable. I mean, I'm a fighter. Most people here are fighters. But there's different ways of going about it, and two, when the mighty dollar gets involved, Raven will destroy hate speeches. She she tests through zombies in Resident Evil. I've seen her fighting finesse and live in fear now. She doesn't just fight zombies, she yells at them. Sorry, crow in the chat. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on one or two stories in terms of the true crime. I'll put that together at some point. ruining someone's livelihood because you don't like what they have to say. It's just awful. I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. Sorry, I'm crowing because I'm suddenly aware of how I'm seg behind today. Do you know, we've been saying that for a while, Wayne. It's like, just put bloody entertainment purposes only on the beginning of your fucking channel. Most of these big YouTubers would not lose anybody. Even if you put, you know, we believe in the paranormal, we believe everything here is legitimate, but this is for entertainment purposes only because we can't prove it. You can't prove it. That's the other thing, Wiz. And this happens a lot, not just when it's something big like this. If you're a creator, you should focus on creating, not trolling. That's the difference between a good creator and a bad one. There are loads of examples of this. And it happens all the time. It was the biggest shock for me. It's like, my content's not coming out like it should. And it's like, today I was planning on doing a new video for an art video. I mean, I've got some lined up that you can sit and watch, old ones, but and then everything kicked off last night, and it'll happen all the time. You know, I'll think, oh, today I'm going to concentrate on this, and then something happens behind the scenes. Trust me, stuff happens behind the scenes. And it's very, very difficult to focus sometimes on creating. You really have to put blinkers on sometimes to do that. When the yearbook is out, you and I have to chat and take a look at Atlas of Christmas, because some of the stuff in there is priceless. I have gone through some of that stuff. As soon as the yearbook's out, now the plan at the moment, unless Phil suddenly has to change his day off, is 2 weeks. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. Phil and I are doing our Christmas launch live. I think that's the 6th of December. I do have a thumbnail for it. I just haven't put it out yet. Hang on. I'll just find it. Come on, can't be far. I've just done it. There it is. So that's the Christmas launch video, live link. I'm just waiting for Phil to confirm. He does have the day off. He's just sometimes he's got one day where they could potentially just call him in at short notice. So I'm not putting it out yet. We'll just do it the Saturday out. We'll just change the day if Phil can't do it. I've told him not to worry about it. And as soon as that's out, I will be launching the yearbook with it. And so that's the 6th. That's not this Saturday, that's the Saturday after. And then the Christmas stuff that Cass has been helping me with, I can get cracking full time on that. I've also got a couple of videos that I've been working on for a while that can go out as well. But please be patient with me while I'm finishing the yearbook, because I'm on track with it. I don't want to fall behind, and because of my health, it would only take one day of me not being well to knacker that. So I'm just sick of bullshit stuff. My biggest passion is truth. I think you're speaking for everybody here, to be honest. I'm like that. I'm horrendous. You have no idea how much I hold back as a channel. People who know me behind the scenes know, but it's like, my channel exists because Crow's always saying to me, "Sarah, play nice." But it is difficult. But I think at the moment we need to be in a hiatus, because the person that needs to be focusing on this to right this wrong is Beardo. Pam. uh, uh, freedom of speech is not free of the consequences of it. No. I saw that a while ago. That I always liked the way that was put. You know, you've got to take the consequences of it. Betty, you got to go. No problem if you're still here. And Sandra, bye-bye if you're still here. I'm sorry, I'm so behind, guys. Mind you, it's not a surprise considering the topic today. Yes, agreed. You cannot avoid criticism, only embrace it. By the same token, there seems to be a lack of people with constructive criticisms. They need to resort to insulting, trolling. Yeah. I mean, that's how we grow. That's how we learn. That's how we improve, is through critique, constructive critique. Sheila, hey. I know you've probably been here for a while, but I'm behind. Like I said yesterday, Moxley and Ian coming in to support Beardo separated the men from the boys. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't 100% surprised at Ian, but, you know, I wouldn't have expected Moxley in there, but kudos to both of them for going in. Common sense, this wouldn't be good for any channel. No. You know, bear that in mind. You know, the ghost hunters. You know, it is a slippery slope. What happens if the next stage is YouTube starts looking at fake footage and calling you out on it? I'm late to the chat, but I think the email Beardo got was a threat in itself. I think that's part of the argument, to be honest. I think they can if it's connected with what's going on. It's where Moss was clever with me, because he had to go at me on Facebook. So that would have been more difficult to... but in extreme cases like this, it can be done. This is why I say people need to collect to keep everything. I mean, that's the other reason why Beardo's saying don't go into other people's channels, because Beardo, if I sat here, I am not sitting here saying this. If I sat here and said, "Oh, go to the channel and give them shit," I can get into trouble. Even if I haven't said it and it's seen as being a group from a certain channel, that channel can get into trouble. That's why Beardo says, I say, Crow says it, all of us say, don't go into anybody's channel and start problems. I don't have thick skin, my dyslexia is protecting me. This is when we only react to ourselves, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm giggling because I'm just remembering that video where he kicked Seg out. I still find that funny. I also find it funny some people thought it was serious. I'm at my lowest ever. I somehow missed John Boy's 10-hour stream. I'm sorry for laughing, Ocean. He's doing the long street. It's because of the weather here. He's not getting out walking. Old man needs to go out walking. They go low, we go high. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be the bigger person in these situations. You grow on pretty quickly, you know, when you have had to deal with it for a while. Mine got as thick as a rhino years ago. Yeah, I mean, I said with the Danny Moss thing, I didn't care about most of it. It was just the fact he posted the bloody Facebook page, a private one. I didn't care about what he said about me. Just proved everything I'd said. The legal process is on our side. We just need to ride out the noise and intimidation. Yeah. You got plenty of ammo, Gag. Yeah, YouTube can afford it. That's the thing. They will not silence this precious community. Mess with one of us, you messed with all of us. A debunker's horn. But you see, that's the other thing. Is it's got, as the community's got bigger and bigger. It's become more and more for a tiny community in comparison on YouTube. What did I say? 115 million channels. This community, for its size, especially, is got very, very powerful and a very big voice. And this is what happens when something happens: is people sort of, stand up for each other, and they hate that. Raven has a wild trend of mentioning pizzas. She says she hasn't had any for 2 weeks. That's incredible. The pushing of the channel is only temporary once. It does time sounding like, yeah. It won't be forgotten. This won't be forgotten. Yeah, I agree with that. Don't care. It gets very complicated if it's multinational. Bot noodle. No, I want pizza and noodles together. See, I've got to be honest with you, and I really don't mean to sound flippant here. I really don't. This is something I do genuinely believe in karma, right? And when somebody's really hurt me, I'm not talking about online now. I'm talking about in life, which hasn't happened very often. But I'll just sit back and wait. I won't do anything. I won't lower myself to there. But karma's there. You just have to wait for karma. I do that with mine. I actually put where if I've done like not on the I don't do it on the lives, but on the videos, I'll put that I've written the lyrics, that I've put it together in Suno, and who's done the animation. I think my understanding is YouTube are more concerned, quite rightly, about you creating something with AI, for example, images, and claiming them to be real. That'll get them. Any fake channels that are starting to think about using AI for their evidence, if that can be proven, then they're going to be in trouble for that. Then mods are cooking. Crow, why did you time Sheila out? Crow time Sheila out? What? Crow's not in the chat, is he? Crow's awake? That can't be right. I missed whatever the comment was. Yeah, I'll check it. I can't see Crow. I'm Crow out. Oh, he's lurking, is he? Oh, he does that. He does that in Segs. I'll check it later, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm pleased Crow's lurking, actually, because I know that this is a sensitive subject. Crow the chat, hang on. I wish you good health and freedom of expression, a bucket load of respect. An artistic mind. If this is a bit calmer tomorrow, I will, because I'm hoping to sort of get that front cover done, so I'll play the video for that tomorrow. Wiz, that's how I found your channel, because I want to see your take on things. No! Oh, you've heated that up. Congealed cheese, yuck. That would make debunkers strictly a reaction channel if YouTube's AI started debunking. Yeah, they wouldn't just be using the AI though, would there? Be other stuff as well. Bye, Carla. You take care. She was Wiz, but Sarah's behind. How far behind am I? Hang on. Oh, I've caught up a bit. I'm only 5 minutes behind. I was half an hour. Give me some credit. Little Miss May. Yeah, no, I like Sarah. Have taste buds and cannot eat cold pizza. No. Yuck. Not Alone for Christmas must go ahead. I think it probably will. I mean, I know that I'll still do my slot, and I'm sure that we can all rally together and still go at the times we were going to be going anyway. We can always, everybody involved. I know Dave. I don't know if Dave's in the chat. Dave's involved. You know, Bristol Paranormal, Jeff, Carla, myself, and Crow. You know, even if Beardo can't do it, we can put out the list ourselves and say, you know, let's continue doing it. So Sage might be lurking. Yeah, I mean, we can all share out the timetable for it if Beardo can't do it. Debunking sucks. It's a pain in the ass. It's for your input, sweetie. Debunking gives you hemorrhoids. I'm at the gym, actually. Yes, I'm awake. Those two things don't always go together. It's at the gym. Oh, I'm not going to ask what takeout he's eyeing up. Did that time push? Oh. For a long time, no. It was a butt time out. Crow's fault. Epic fail. But time out. Nipple time out. Been lurking. Filthy lurky turkey. I did wonder if all the people to get the comment deleted. Sheila was just, that didn't compute. Nipple time out. Happy Tuesday. Crow's a bad mod. We need penalties. I've timed out from StreamYard. I was just going to complain real quick before I go. The video I'm doing is on the TV show. No self-promoting. I'm not lying. I was re-exported the video at least 70 times. Oh no, is it still blocked? I thought you'd sorted it. Oh, I thought that was resolved. Ah. Oh, crap. Yeah, so much for fair use, right, guys? Especially if it's TV. Is it an audio thing? Oh, Deb, sweetie. Oh, poor you. Yes, lame. 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 It's Discovery. It's extremely strict. Never again. What are you saying yes to James for? What's James said? I dread to think what he's agreeing with. That's why I'm checking. Can't see it. I was just looking, thinking, who's in? Do you know, Crow, that avatar you're using? Just looks like a splodge. Preferred the old one. It was easier to know it was you. Hey, Mr. Wiener. Poor Sheila. She misses out so many lives and then gets chucked out for nothing. I know. Hey, Raven, you tell her I'm very sorry. Yeah. Somebody message. If they haven't already, because somebody message Sheila and say, you know, it's Crow's fault. Oh, it's a 30-minute timeout. Hope she gives you hell. I see the drama alarm has been busy again. What? I messaged her, she was so upset. Just tell her a timeout from Crow is special. It doesn't time out everybody by accident. Sponge, that's Crow talk for good day. I gotta go to work. See you guys. Bye, James. Thank you for being here, hun. Oh, look at me at the bottom of the chart. Fucking hell. That's only taken 1 hour 43 minutes. I was, somebody was saying bye to James. Let's remove that. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. First dings today. Oh. The bells, the bells. Sheila, come back. He has one job. One job. You know, I was saying how good my mods are. There are exceptions. Hey, Cass and Wayne. How much are you getting done at the gym if you're on your phone? I can't remember the last time I walked to town, actually. I've got to get walking again. Go says, what up, Crow? We are good mods. You are awesome mods. James, if you're still here, Crow's got a message for you. Oh, Sheila said she has a doctor's appointment. I know. I was bragging about my mods earlier. Then boom, Crow Judas in the chat. Well, not even in the chat. Christina, hello, welcome to the chaos. I timed out removed comment when I was asleep, fell asleep, my fingers on the phone. Have your pods deleted all the messages so you can get to the bottom of the chat? No, they have not. The advantage of Crow being in the chat is it's Crow, 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 so I can actually go down. Get your ass in the gym. I can't go to the gym, but I do need to get an exercise bike. I'll wait till I've got my computer first. Don't twinkle fingers right again. Oh, I like that. Me likey. Oh, Sheila, thank goodness. I'll be a good girl, Crow, I promise. My Kleenex box is empty now. Thanks, Crow. You made Sheila cry, Crow. You're mean. Raven, I've never timed anyone out, even when I've fallen asleep on my phone. I have. Timed out for I timed out Mike from StreamYard, which was bad of me. I was aiming for Phil. Missed. And it hit Mike. Taste of Atlas Christmas nicer than radishes. I don't normally moan about salad, right? But I don't see the point in radishes. Why? Cynthia, hey, sweetie, if either complaints came from USA-based creators, could it not be handled under laws considering YouTube is also based in the... No, it doesn't work like that. It's because it's because Beardo's UK. It still counts as multinational. I'm on a healthy plan. Go to the gym, then hit the fast food on the way home. Crow's in a constant state of balance at the moment. Gym, fast food. Gym, fast food. It's Crow's version of Zen. Well, now Crow's in the chat. Sarah will be crowing no more. Exercise bikes end up covered in clothes. It's one of the things when I used to go to the gym, I used to use the exercise bike a lot. My plan with an exercise bike, because I was surprised that I thought they'd be more expensive than they are, is where it will go in this room. Just watch the telly. Radishes are pointless. They're not just evil, they're pointless. I do eat salad, but I don't think I've ever bought radishes. Crow says he sucks. Don't everybody jump on at once to disagree with him. I just woke up the next morning, got a message from Debbie. I think, why did you delete this person's comment? Good morning, all my darling people, says Cynthia. Hello, darling, how are you? I make a life finally, and this is it, my first time out. Yeah, but Crow timed you out. Doesn't count. It's just not what you think, the radishes. Does fast food help you get home faster? Don't give him excuses to use. Wayne's been talking to writing a Christmas song. I've already written a few. Still got the ones from last year that weren't used. And I've done the one for mine and Phil's live, the intro for that. Crow's on the banana split diet. Oh, I wish I was. I haven't had a banana split in forever. Sheila, if I could, I would time out Crow. Yes, I did actually. I'd forgotten. I knew I'd booted somebody else. Couldn't remember who it was. Yeah, the tablet was Firefly. Hey. Penny from Big Bang Theory, running till hungry enough to get a bear claw. That'll be me. I'm trying to maintain this chubby body. No, don't bring that up. Don't traumatize all of us. That's been popping up on my feed again. Depending on the exercise spec and what you want it to do, you could also get a folding one. I've got a space here that I could just leave. If I get a folding one, then that, yeah, I won't be throwing clothes on top of it, but if I had a folding one, it would get folded up and I can't be able to get it out. No, I've got enough space to actually put one in the corner, and it'd be right opposite the telly. Raven grows precious, but he deserves a butt time out too. I like radishes. Hey, Julie. I don't dislike them. If somebody puts them on my salad, I'll eat them, but I just think they're pointless. I like vegetables. I mean, I love things like fruit and veg. Unfortunately, I also like chocolate. Oh, it's a surprise. Yes, actually, just realised. Crow, you're going to say howdy to your banished one? I'm not even going to mention that. I'm pleased Phil's not on with me. Yeah, in the bin. Sheila, I did think you missed it. I'm sorry, dear. I blame my banana hands. Fast food does, depending on the digestive system. You too, James. We are Crow's banished ones. That takes some doing. I've got banana splits Eclair toffees. Does that count? No, because you said they use white chocolate for it. I have the sound muted on the phone with Brandy. White Castle always made me get home faster before the disaster. Banana split. I want a banana split. I haven't got any ice cream. Otherwise, I could just make one. Look at me being good and not needing booted from chat. I can if you like, Casper. I'd rather you just did as you were told. Beatus me Wheatus, says Goes Wiener. Banana split. It does. It does. 100% counts as fruit. Got a banana in it. 5 a day. Crow the chat. The Banished Children of the Crow sounds like a great story. I'm really going. Oh, he hung around because Crow was in the chat. You've got to go to work. Had a smoothie with protein powder early today, banana and forest fruits. That's usually what I make when I do my protein shakes. Banana in, and then I get the frozen forest fruits. For all who missed it, I had both Sarah and Elaine telling me to go and rest, quite rightly, over chats in the last few days. To be fair, I was in many, many lives. At all, I was complaining I was tired. Banana and strawberry. Yeah, if the strawberries are right, put strawberries in as well. Completely healthy. It also counts as dairy because of the ice cream. Yeah. There you go, you see? We know how to make excuses around here. Oh. Guys, I'm going to make myself another coffee. So, I'll put... Where's my banner? Just have a quick intermission. And we'll do the, I can find it. We'll put the Pretties song on. There we go.
Halloween is drawing near before we see the Yuletide cheer. The winds of change are seeking proof, but the fakers twist and bend the truth. Let's stir up the fakers' pot and see what proof they've really got. No ending is in sight on this ghostly haunted night. In towns and fields and cities, come to me, my pretties. It would be a lovely start if the fakers had a heart. The paranormal would be saved if they really could be brave. The lies would cease their reign if they only had a brain. It's probably just a dream, but it's never as it seems. We know for to be certain there will always be, with certainty, a faker behind the curtain. No ending is in sight on this ghostly haunted night. In towns and fields and cities, come to me, my pretties. It would be a lovely start if the fakers had a heart. The paranormal would be saved if they really could be brave. The lies would cease their reign if they only had a brain. Come to me, my pretties. Come to me, my pretties. Come to me, my pretties. Come to me, my pretties.
Hang on. Ice cream has protein. I'll start there. That seems proper. Protein and sugar. I guess protein is the thing that matters. Exactly. Protein destroys sugar. Don't you know that? It's a bit like biscuits. If biscuits are broken, the calories fall out. There's no calories in them. It's true. Guess my work here is done. Derailed chat with a banana split comment. The same thing in my first Crow Live. Yeah, just derailed Crow with food talk. No problem. He could be doing something really, really important then. Just mention some food. Everyone loves my chocolate peanut butter smoothies, except those with nut allergies. I'm sure you can get peanut protein powder. I keep meaning to have a look at that. I've been very sick and constant trouble, and Crow times me out. Revenge is a dish best served on pizza. Just don't do it cold pizza because he likes that. He's weird. Dancing behind the lurky curtain. I love peanut butter. I love it. Chocolate and banana. No, I don't like raspberry, but I like chocolate and banana. No, I always have the crunchy peanut butter. The texture thing. Yeah, I do like the crunchy. I like the smooth, but I like the crunchy. AI oopsies happen. That's why when I can start animating my own stuff. I have done a few test runs. I'm actually getting close to that. I am a bit of a texture thing myself. One of the things I don't like, I do like them. I mean, I really like hash browns, but sometimes I usually don't get them to put them on my breakfast if I'm having one out in a cafe or restaurant because texture's sometimes not right on them. Man Life Deep Roast Peanut Butter. Oh my god, that sounds Manny Life. Don't know those. That's the thing with. I mean, I can do it with photography, especially old film photography. I can spot it a mile off, and I do think that may happen with the AI. Oh, everyone's got nut allergy. I can eat nuts, just not in certain foods. I never thought of that actually, because I think I think my sound issues are the same. Certain sounds, I can't cope with them. I think that's an autistic thing. Ooh, Reese's nut peanut butter cake. Oh, that sounds amazing. I love me Reese's. They're a bit sickly, but they're still amazing. Who's doing what right now? Oh. I not chocolate buttercups because they're not as sweet as Reese's. All right. I'll look at that because that's the only thing with Reese's is they are a bit sickly. Doesn't stop me. Yes, Sarah, that's Miss Sophomia, and I know it's Will. Yeah, it's. I think 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 it's. It's annoying, and mine's complicated with I've got high frequency hearing loss, which means there's some sounds I can't hear at all. Not many, but some sounds I can't hear at all. There's some sounds I hear in a completely different direction to where it's coming from. But there's also some sounds I can hear. The rest of my hearing was compensate, because there's some sounds I hear and nobody else hears it. And they drive me mad. Ooh, Snickers. Now we're talking. Yeah. They're a bit sweet. Neurospicy things that get us are also interesting. Allergic to walnuts. Oh, I haven't had a walnut whip in ages. I love walnut whips. An eggplant. Eggplants. UK peeps. Remember what eggplant is? Is it aubergine? Reese's big chip cups are the best. They have crushed potato chips in. Oh, that'd cut the sweetness, wouldn't it? I know it freaks people out when the dogs bark, and I bark our heads up at sounds normal humans can't hear. Yeah. I have tinnitus and ADP, auditory processing disorder. It makes it hard to hear, especially if there's any background noise. That's my biggest issue, is background noise. If I'm out, say, in a pub and it's really noisy, I give up on even trying to get involved in the conversation. There's certain lives sometimes that I have to turn right down if somebody is way louder than the others, or somebody's got crackling or sound issues. I can't hear anything. Background noise is actually because one of my best friends keeps saying, well, why don't you get a hearing aid? So I was just going to make it worse. It's going to make the background noise worse. I haven't seen it yet, Sheila, because I can't get it, not without paying for it, because of what it's on. My reaction channels are looking at it, but I want to watch it properly myself first. Can't wait to watch it. I can finally buy, and it's actually not too bad, I can finally buy Peacemaker on Amazon, because I've had to wait for that as well. But I'm dying to watch Derry. But I'm going to have to wait until I've got access to it. Let me have a drink. Hang on. The Stranger Things starts this week, so got that to look forward to. Pistachios. I love pistachios. Choose salted peanuts, any other nuts, and it's a no, especially. I hate almonds. I think it's because I hate marzipan, so just let me. I'm just going to mute for a minute while I cough. Okay. Oh, pecan pie. I use Flare and Loop specialist earplugs that help me focus on what's going on but dampen sensation from the background and ambient noise. What I actually do, because I wear earbuds for my music, when I was still doing the market and I couldn't bear the noise on the market, there was some real screeches on there when they were laughing in loud voices. It would drive me mad. So I would actually put my earbuds in, because I could just have my hair down, nobody could tell. And one tap of them, if somebody was wanting to talk to me, I could just turn them off. But I would sometimes use my earbuds because they're fairly good at noise cancelling. I would sometimes just leave them in. If I'm in a noisy environment and it's too much for me, I'll actually put my earbuds in, not with anything playing, but it does actually help dull it down a bit. Pistachio, yeah, I love pistachios. I prefer Flare audio because the ones I use don't block sound itself like some do, where you hear your own voice really loudly. Yeah. Highway aids, they do have a way of programming them to diminish background noise. Yeah, Bestie said that. The trouble is, because it's too much of a faff and a distance to go through the hospital for it. Just give me a second. I'm gonna have to cough again. Right, I'm back. Yeah, the trouble is, I go to my opticians does hearing tests, so I get them to monitor it now. If I got hearing aids, I'd have to pay for them myself, so that ain't happening. Yeah, it's I mean, I have mine on. If my music's too loud, just tell me. But I have mine on really quietly. I mean, I can barely hear it. But just say if there's. My chat tells me it's like I have the fan on. Oh, what's that noise? That's why I go into intermission to do the kettle. Oh. Don't like marzipan either. I can cope with a very thin layer and a birthday or Christmas cake. Yeah, I can eat it on that because I quite like the icing, but I'd rather just have the cake. I'm not a fruit person, but I do like Christmas cake. I love Christmas pudding. Oh, Christmas pudding. Crow's gone. Sponge is here. Oh, bloody coughing's made my eyes water. And if I've had macadamia nuts. Some nuts are in a different class. I can't. No, I can't. I don't mind listening so much, but I can't stand it when somebody. This is a pet hate of mine. When somebody does a live and eats on camera. I don't mind so much the sound if somebody's, say, behind an avatar. I try not to. As soon as I don't eat anything crunchy on my lives anymore, because the minute I put a crisp in my mouth, Caroline goes, "What are you eating, Sarah?" So I try and eat soft stuff for the live if I do eat during a live. But I can't stand watching somebody eat. I'm worse watching than I am listening, actually. Yeah, I hear you there, Sarah. It's a 2-hour drive one way for me to go to the audiologist. Yeah, I mean, I don't even have a car at the minute, so it's and you're talking about £70 to get a taxi if you can't get an ambulance. That's what happened last year when I ended up in hospital a year ago, and they said you need to go to hospital. Can you get? And I'm like, I can't get there. Oh, we can't send an ambulance for 6 hours. I couldn't breathe, by the way. So I got a taxi. And it was £70. I still use the same taxi firm, though. They're lovely with me. If I can't make it up into town, I did it this morning. They know when I phone. I'm just going to go to Morrison's and back. And they've been amazing with me, because there's not a lot of taxis around here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I have bad reactions to some noises, also bad tinnitus, high pitched ringing. Yeah. I don't have it all the time. Sometimes it will. I think my tinnitus has come from years of rock concerts. My dad had tinnitus. He had it far more than I do. One thing I like is the big supermarkets do the fruitcake on its own at this time of year, but I do love Christmas cake. My mum and dad would buy me the wedges of it when I was small. My grandmother, my grandparents lived with us when I grew up. And Mama used to make the Christmas cake herself, and she did it properly. She would make it in about September, and then every week or so baste it with brandy or whatever she was basting it with, and they were amazing. I did make one year. I did make it myself, and I actually enjoyed doing it, but because of my hands, it's too painful to actually make it. And like, they're not cheap to make on your own for yourself. Cheaper to buy one. Um, but yeah, Mama used to start. She would have made it about 4 to 6 weeks ago, and then let it rest properly. She did it properly. Otherwise, it was so I could get my Christmas cake before Christmas. Otherwise, Mum bought me the individual portions of M&S lemon and raisin cheesecake. Ooh, ooh. I constantly cleaning my ears because it does knacker it damages both my hearing and my vertigo. Nearest taxi is also 2 hours away. We have 2 or 3 taxi firms. But they're only little local taxi firms. You have to sort of book them, and a lot of their income when the tourists aren't around is they do school runs. Because we are in the middle of nowhere, so some kids do actually get taxis to school. Chickpeas and dried grape. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we've also had them come pretty quickly. Not for me. When Dad had to go in, he used to. We could get them. I mean, what I also learned here, because we do have what we tend to call in the UK a cottage hospital here. So there's only one ward. It's kind of just for sort of little appointments. It's not a proper hospital. It's not a main hospital. But I remember one time when about 6 o'clock in the morning, Mum knocked on my door and says, "I think we need to take your dad to hospital," which would have been a 30-mile drive. And what I actually did, I said, "Well, we've got a hospital here." I actually drove him to our hospital, and they sorted the ambulance out. It was really good. So if I'd have complained, they probably would have come sooner, but I'll just get a taxi. I have tinnitus from listening to loud music while working in auto shops. Yeah, I know I've lost count of the number of gigs I've been to. I've been standing next to bloody speakers, especially in small gigs. Had my hearing damaged from viral pneumonia when I was 11. Oh no. Someone tells you a virus is no big deal, that's bullshit. I nearly died from it. Damaged lungs and hearings. Took a year for recovery. Yeah, I mean, viruses can give you all sorts of effects. I mean, one of my besties has got arthritis when she was in her 20s because of a virus. And she was like me. I mean, I got it in a mosh pit because I broke my foot. But she got it in her 20s, like I say, and it was a virus. She got a virus in the blood. And she ended up with arthritis. I mean, my lifestyle will have triggered my COPD, but also the big C also brought it forward. I baked my own Christmas cakes. Unfortunately, work colleagues found out one year, and I was convinced into making more. Quartered whole cakes, decorated, fed well, never. Yeah, they're a big undertaking if you're doing them properly. Cass baked 4 or so full cakes. My nephew was hospitalised with meningitis as a baby. That's tough. Hope he was okay. Got there quick enough. Um, how is dried pineapple still pineapple? Dried pineapple? I don't get dried fruits. They're sort of rock hard and no taste. No. Air hammers. Yeah. Anything that's sort of, to be honest, way too loud to be standing near. Cynthia's off to the lurking corner. Finished the Christmas doll collection for Mum. Awesome. My tinnitus is quiet at the moment. I haven't noticed it. Actually, to be honest with you, I was thinking the exact same thing. I mean, I've got a slight ringing in my ears, but mind you, I've only just got a new set of earbuds because I couldn't find my last ones. It might have calmed down because I haven't had the earbuds in so much. I've got a very partial loss of hearing in one ear from bad ear infection when I was 9. I'm mostly okay, but I won't hear people coming up behind me on my left. Yeah, I've got one side that I'm worse than the other. I actually went to the doctor to get my hearing tested, and she had a tuning fork, and she stood behind me, and she stood. I think she stood on my left. She says, "Can you hear that?" And I heard it fine. And then she said, "Can you hear that?" And I'm like, "Hear what? Have you done the other side yet?" I did not hear. And she literally held it to the back of my ear. Couldn't hear it. Dried mango is still mango. I know, but I love my favourite fruit as well. Just crying the chat again. I hadn't overruled my mum saying she didn't need a doctor. She would have died from complications of viral meningitis. Shingles had triggered it. Really? And she developed encephalitis. Oh, I don't like apricots. It's one of the only fruits I don't like. No to apricots. My tinnitus is really loud in 2 different tones. Sounds like an angry cicada and cicada and diesel engine. Oh no. To be fair, I've never tried dried mangoes because I never eat dried fruits unless they're in cereal. Need to try some pizza. That's my favourite fruit. Put pineapple on your pizza, Co Sweden. I put pineapple on mine. I am a pineapple on pizza person. Definitely a pineapple on pizza person. Ham and pineapple pizza, yummy. Oh, got the sniffles. That's not StreamYard. That's StreamYard. Okay. I've tinnitus. It's not fun. It's not. It's I mean, how people suffer from it all the time. I like the dried strawberries they put in the Special K cereal. I eat fruit and fibre, which has dried banana in it, but I add sultanas as well myself. Sorry, I've definitely got the coughs. Pineapple and bacon on pizza. Nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza. Hang on. Oh god, right tickling my throat. Right. Right before I started my training, I was in the process of accepting my place at uni. I knew something wasn't right. Yeah, sometimes you don't get a sixth sense about it. Dried fruit is wonderful if done correctly. The trouble is, most of the time it isn't. You kind of need, really, you need an artisan shop that knows what it's doing. Right, how am I doing? Right, I'll take it to the 2.5 hours, guys. Because I don't think this coughing's going to calm down. I'll be doing a live on Wednesday and Thursday nights. One of them will be members. But just keep an eye out for the notification because I'll wait and see what's going on around me before I actually put a time. But it'll be later ones. It'll be ones later in the evening. And then the usual. I'm gonna have to take my inhaler as well. And then the usual Saturday live this week. And in the meantime, I'll be getting on with the yearbook. Dehydrating was just a way for people to preserve things. It's not necessarily ideal because you can use nutrients in the process, though. Yeah. It's also why people pickled. Oh, my significant other went in with a pulmonary embolism. Oh no. I've been telling him to go to the doctor all day. We kind of had the opposite of that with Dad, but when he had his stroke. But I'll tell that story a different time because I can barely speak. One of the weirdest things I remember, a training with part-time nurse training. I always had a sixth sense about my patients. It's observation, and having to wait with them wasn't with it, so I could call the doctor in her own interest. It's one of the worst days out. Yeah, that's a bit like me with Dad. Yeah, I thought they'd be live on Thursday. Caroline, I think Carla's live tonight, and she tends to alternate. So if I see that Carla's not live on Thursday, I'll go after Adelaide. So, but thank you for letting me know that they're back to 10 p.m. because that helps. I was kind of assuming that. That's kind of why I was saying I don't know what time. It'd probably be the members live on Thursday anyway. But even if Carla's live, I can always go in between them for a couple of hours. Because Adelaide don't tend to do over an hour. And I want to be in Adelaide's. Because I love the girls. They're awesome. I'm hoping they're getting some rest though, because they've been exhausting me just watching everything they've been doing. It's been like 2 weeks. Been doing events all over the place. How could they have that energy? Beardo's not going live today. I saw a post somewhere. He said he wasn't going live, but he is putting a video out. So he will have a video. I don't know if it'll be a premiere or just a general video release. Usually when he does that, it's around 7 o'clock our time. So it's 3:30 now. So 2.5 hours. Mr. Gray was talking about going live as well. If he's not live already, he might be live already, but he said after work he was going to go live. Just see if he's already live. No, not yet. Yeah, I can't remember where Beardo said it. I think it might be on Facebook actually. If I still got that up, I'll just check for you guys. Hang on. Because I don't want to give you false info. Tuesday live will be being replaced with a new video and a new feel to it. I hope this newer style of video resonates. It's still debunking with a lot of humour and light-hearted tone. Not the easiest of edits, as I'm learning as I go. Hopefully it's not all pointless given the current situation. So, I mean, I would imagine that'll be 7 o'clock. Beardo will have a video out. And like I say, Mr. Gray's talking about a live as well. It was on Facebook, Wayne. I don't know if he's put a post on YouTube, but it was on Facebook. He's got a message. Yeah, and it'll be in his Discord as well. They are exotic. Do you know? I bet PQ didn't know what hit him. Adelaide are awesome. And Facebook and YouTube. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I'll go into their live anyway. And I'll time it for after their live, if nobody else is. But that'll be a members. I'll probably do my regular one tomorrow. Or the other way around. I don't know. Just keep an eye out for the notifications. Right, guys, I am going to end it there. Thank you so much. Sorry about my coughing and spluttering. I've just realised I didn't hear the fire alarm go off. Wow. I'll be listening, but I'm off for a nap. Oh, Wayne's self-promoting. Look at this. Dedicating a music video to Beardo. Awesome. Thanks for an engaging chat and lots of laughs to break it all up. No problem. You take care of yourself, Debbie. You look after that flu. Or look after you to fight that flu. You know what I mean? Night, Caroline. You get some rest. Bye, Roger, Wiz, and everybody. Oh, Cat. Looks like a few alive now. Okay. Well, okay. Right. Oh, hang on. That's not the button. So I'll see you later, guys. Toodles.
Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on.